Okay, I filmed this room yesterday. It was a really nice video, but they were playing Eagles in the background and got deleted, blocked, so I couldn't even upload it. But basically, this is DSP again, showing what's nice about these guys. Now, they aren't doing anything in-ear measurements or even in-room measurements, so they aren't really correcting anything once it gets to your speakers in your room, like Bach and all those other, and what you would normally want to do. But what they are doing is allowing you to somewhat quasi remaster a recording, analyzing the recording, and trying to anticipate things that you probably won't like, or I guess quasi flaws in the recording mastering that you can easily, with some presets, try different things, and you can even hear what the DSP has taken out. So what I liked about it is that, again, anything that gives you more control, and then if you can easily A/B it and hear something better, why wouldn't you do it? Why wouldn't you leverage technology? So let me go back in here. We can. Hello. I had to come back because my video yesterday got blocked because the music we were playing in the background was Eagles and YouTube blocks it. So yeah, but basically maybe give the general idea of what you're doing here is basically allowing somebody to quasi remaster the recording.
Let me let Ron do this.
Sure.
Yeah.
He's so much better
Okay.
than I am.
Yeah, just put it on low. Go ahead and play the number one track and put it on low.
Yeah, as long as it's not the Eagles or
No, the
Dave
dim.
Brubeck.
Just play the dim version. I'll start Into the Mystic going, and then just let it run quietly in the background, because I want to be able to look at the plot. I want to be able
Gotcha.
to show you the plot.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I'll get closer to the plot where I can even
Sure.
video it here.
And go to the red one to start, right? Okay, what we're offering in this room is a computer plug-in right now that eventually will be implemented in dedicated hardware. And it's a digital processing engine. It's called Spectral coherence control. And what it does is it manipulates the distortion that's inherent in all the recordings that are out there. For better or worse, we don't like it there, but it's kind of a byproduct of the process. Nobody goes out of the way to add distortion, but because there's multi-mics and multi-channels and all overlayered and lots of processing, it kind of ends up. And if these are the peaks of the signal, the distortion kind of ends up in the middle. So what we're doing is we're taking music that kind of looks like this, if this is the peaks, and we're removing the distortion. And you'll see that when you look at the plots. Because the original plots, the white music on the top, the white plots, is very narrow. And when you look at the red plot underneath it, it'll be very deep. And that difference is the distortion that we're taking out. You can hear it without the distortion, and then we can put the button that's yellow when it's yellow. Then you're hearing what we're taking out.
Right, so you allow people to hear before, after, and what was
Correct.
actually extracted, which is kind of nice.
It is. And then, if they like it or don't like that particular sound, they have knobs.
Yeah, so you can have presets with.
Correct. Yeah, that version is the mastering version for $389. And what happens with the audiophile version, the essentials, is we pre-select those numbers for you.
Okay.
There's 20 sets of pre-selected numbers.
Okay.
And then what you get to adjust is the amount of noise you take out, distortion, and how much, when you're taking out the bad stuff, how much are you helping to sound better. And then sometimes there's so much distortion, you want to boost the gain a little bit to compensate.
Okay.
And so that's the third one. So now you can go over there and take a look at the display, and the display shows the difference between the white plot on the top and the red one on the bottom. Notice that red one's a lot wider top to bottom
Yep.
than the white one is. And that's because we're taking out all that junk in between. So you no longer have to have a discussion with your friends who are telling you, I can't hear a difference, you just wasted your money, you got snookered. No, not really. There's a difference, and I can show you the difference in the plot. Now let's go ahead and show what the removal looks like. That white plot on the top now is all the nasties. If you run the distortion knob up and down, you can show, sometimes you can take out, see there's less?
Yeah.
See, we're hearing very little, and you can crank the processing down into the music more. And then there's more distortion. You can see that white plot is all the distortion we're taking out.
Gotcha.
Now if he goes back to the original, then you'll hear the red plot on the bottom instead of white nasties on the top. There you go. And then, given that you've just spent your hard work and time figuring out what the knobs need to be, you can go save those.
Gotcha.
You can save them in a user preset, and so maybe light rock, you got one preset for everything.
Yep.
Classical, you got another. Heavy duty classical, you got another. You just save them off.
Or even a particular favorite song you want to fix in a particular
Sure.
way, you could turn
Absolutely.
it on for that song that you love and
Yep.
now hear it better.
Yeah. And
So,
if
yeah.
you like the bass model, the audiophile version, then you can step up to the big boy. But neither of them are expensive. The big boy there, the mastering version, is all of $389. Audiophile version's $189 retail and 40% off for the show.
Cool.
Probably for a couple weeks yet.
And it runs on a Mac.
Runs on a Mac right now. That's a solid licensing platform.
Okay.
If you don't do pro audio stuff, it uses something called an iLock license.
Okay.
That doesn't mean you need an iLock USB hasp per se. The pro audio guys do that, but you do need an iLock account. So when you would buy the tool, the company that takes the payment sends to the Sonic Studio Pro guys and says, these guys bought it. They will send you an email that says, what is your iLock account? And that iLock account then will be shipped to the Sonic Studio Pro guys. They'll log into their iLock account, they'll deposit a license in your bucket.
Okay.
You can take that license and assign it to a laptop, or you can assign it to a USB device if you like. USB devices, iLock 2 is required, it's about $40, but most audiophiles don't need to carry it around. Assign it to your computer, and there you go, you're good to go. No maintenance fee, no nothing. If there's updates and they have a big change in performance, might charge a Delta price to give you an upgrade.
Okay.
But that's the way it works. So it's pretty simple to get into the business, and once you get into it, and you don't really like computer music, just wait a little while.
Right.
Get you a metric halo box that has spectral coherence control inside.
That's cool. Yeah, and again, this can work in concert with what product I use a lot at the Bach, where you take an in-room measurements. It can still work in concert with stuff that is actually
Yeah.
helping you once it comes out of your speaker, because this is mainly just adjusting what's native in the recording.
Correct.
This is not taking anything that once it leaves your speaker and gets to your ear, and it's not room correction in that sense.
Correct. It is not.
So it's again a way to use technology to your advantage, and what's nice, it's easy to A/B, turn on and off. It'd be hard pressed to find people that can't find one way that it sounds better.
Correct.
And isn't that the goal?
It is.
You know.
It is. And some people actually like more distortion. And
Yeah,
we've got
right.
a button for that.
If
That
you want more.
left coherence button way over there on the left side.
Uh-huh.
It says right now it's about +9, which is maximum coherence. David, run that to the left. Yep, run that to the left. Down below. Go down below and go left. Okay, he's having a hard time moving the knob
Yeah.
because he's not using the mouse. But in any event, that goes negative.
Yeah.
And if you want to add distortion, you can add distortion, and some
Yeah.
people like that.
Yeah, agree.
I don't particularly like that, but some people like it a lot. It's a difference.
Whatever
between-
people like is the
Yeah,
ultimate
that's
goal.
That's the goal.
And when you have this, you don't have to buy a tube amp or find
Correct.
the tubes that add
Correct.
the distortion you
can
want.
Make it happen if you like.
Yeah.
And if you want to be coherent, you're close to the music.
Right.
Non-coherent is further back away.
Right.
But we can put you where your ears can't be. Part of the frequencies can be close, and part of them can be far with the mastering one.
Cool.
And nobody's had that capability before. It's pretty scary to have it, but it's way cool.
Because you're allowing people to quasi remaster the recording.
You
You
got
know,
it.
and so that's a nice feature at a relatively cheap price, you know,
Yeah.
and very easy to use, it looks like.
Yeah.
So I'll probably try it just to say I can, you know, I'm a DSP guy, so yeah,
Good, good. You're ready to roll it.
I'm ready to roll. All right, well, thank you very much.
Sure, thanks for coming. Appreciate the time.